Hello friends, I'm Avinash. Today I'm going to talk about virtualization in cloud computing. So how do we see and what is virtualization in cloud computing? It's basically running a multiple virtual machine on a single physical machine, sharing the resources of a physical machine, like resources like memory, storage, processor. So how do we see it? Like if in a layman word, if we see like if I have to run multiple operating system on my machine, it is not possible on a single physical machine, but the virtual machine enable me to do that. I can have multiple virtual machine and each virtual machine can run a different operating system. Which is sharing the resources of the same physical machine with the base operating system running on it. So there are two types of virtualization is most commonly we speak about. One is the hosted virtualization and one is the bare metal. So what are these two? Hosted is very simple. Uh, it requires you to install a software on your operating system to create the virtual machine. So between your hardware and the provider software, there is an operating system in between. And on that operating system, you install the software from VMware Oracle to create the virtual machine. Whereas in bare metal, there is no operating system in between these two layers. So these softwares are directly running on the hardware of that machine. So this is the main difference between these two. They have a different use based on their advantage and disadvantage. On the next screen, we probably will look for a few advantage and disadvantage and then talk about where do we use hosted and where do we use the bare metal type of virtualization. So as we can see, the bare metal is faster and more efficient compared to hosted type virtualization. Bare metal is more scalable and it comes with the enterprise feature, which where you have to run the production enabled systems like security and um, those kind of features are available in the bare metal. And the higher data center availability means like most of the data center runs the bare metal type virtualization. So the disadvantage of virtualization is they are not free and you cannot run them on workstations. So they are mostly for the production and the enterprises. So hosted one, you can find the free software to create the virtual machine. You can run them on your workstation. And the disadvantage we see it like you need the operating system license. They're slower than bare metal and enterprise features are hardly available or very limited. So comparing these two, now we can clearly see and it's probably draw a line where these type of virtualization can be used. Since hosted only has a free software, so anything which requires like a local development or a testing of something, which requires a new operating system or just install few things to run the application, or for training where just I have to give a demo and then after the demo I don't need that machine, or I can show like a different kind of environment, like if I have to show something in a Linux and then in Windows and compare them. So for those kind of things, we can see from the advantage that hosted type virtualization is more suitable. Whereas to run my production system, uh, definitely I need a faster machine, more scalable, and it should be more secure with enterprise features. And of course, if I have to um, deploy my application, it should be available on the data centers as well. So most of the data centers, we know that they use the bare metal type virtualization. So for production and for the cloud, definitely the bare metal is the better choice compared to hosted type for testing, training, and demos. Hosted is a better choice. So the advantage of virtualization, definitely the cost is one of the thing, because it saves money on the resources like hardware and getting a new machine cost definitely more money than just having a single virtual machine space. Yeah, to store 10 computers, like 10 physical machines, we need a rack to store them and have to make sure like uh, it's properly and securely placed. So, but compared to the same thing on the 10 virtual machine, we just need a single rack where we can have all 10 machine, and which will take like 1/10 of the space of compared to the 10 physical machine. Power cooling, uh, same apply. 10 physical machine will definitely use more power and more cooling will be required to maintain the temperature. Because as we know, like every machine we run generate heat. Maintenance cost, to maintain one machine, it's definitely cheaper than running a 10 physical machine. Easy administration, because all VMware, all these software come with the administrative screen, which allow you to configure server from a single UI compared to 10 physical machine where you all have to maintain separately to check for any fault. Fast performance, uh, as we know, like the resources are shared and they can, if any machine need more resources at a given time, they can use the resources from the physical machine, the virtual machine is configured on. So it's definitely faster performance. Automation as a software based, um, so automation is more possible um, in virtual machine world compared to the physical machine. Manpower, we need less manpower to maintain 10 virtual machine compared to 10 physical machine. Backup and restore. There are more software available as everything is the storage is shared and more software is available to provide backup and restore, and it's much faster compared to the physical machine environment. Live migration, as all the machine are running on a single physical machine in a virtual environment. So the live migration is also possible. Like I can just migrate my machine to the one cloud to the another cloud in on a different server. So there are many other advantages which we can discuss like for, for the whole day, but I've just listed down the main advantage of the virtualization. And I hope you like my session. Thank you.